Здравствуйте, друзья, с вами Влад, и это Вампир. Мы продолжаем. Мы находимся уже в последней локации. Где-то вот здесь. И нам надо зайти в особняк Доусона. Я пока не знаю, вот это особняк Доусона или вот это особняк Доусона. Но, в принципе, сейчас добьем немного, что там у нас осталось по этой локации. Где мы не были. Вокруг как раз пробежим. Это назад. Назад нам не надо. Часть людей мы еще не нашли. Кстати, 200 метров в ту сторону нам показывает голова. Это где-то вот здесь. Только что это за голова? Куда она нас ведет? По указателю сверху. Не знаю, у нас дополнительные задания обычно так должны показываться, но у нас никаких не стоит. Мужик, ты кто?
Good evening, sir. May I ask you what you're doing here at this late hour?
I'm conducting an investigation about the epidemic in this part of town.
And who are you, sir?
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed from the Pembroke Hospital. May I ask who you are and why all the questions?
I'm Detective Inspector Charles Albright from Scotland Yard. And I don't find your answers convincing. What is a Pembroke doctor doing in the West End at this time of night?
Я работаю на Аскалон. Нифига я. Так не отвечу ему.
I'm here on my own, sir. I have no official appointment other than my desire to save lives.
Then we have the same objective, sir. The difference is, to catch my suspects, I use a magnifying glass and handcuffs instead of a microscope.
What can you tell me about this district?
I'm the one asking questions, especially when there's a killer on the loose.
What killer?
I'm not going to discuss that with the civilians, sir.
Haven't I told you about the investigation I'm conducting? Perhaps I could help you.
All right, without giving you too much information, I'll tell you this. I'm convinced there is a homicidal maniac on the loose, using the epidemic to disguise his kills.
Наш персонаж же умеет гипнотизировать и выводить какие-нибудь сведения. Но что-то как-то, видимо, не хочет пока.
We both know the situation is critical, don't we, Doctor? Colleagues of mine die almost every day.
А ты остаешься жив. Ты подозреваемый.
What are you really doing here?
I told you. I'm a detective inspector from Scotland Yard, investigating suspicious cases in the area.
Do you work alone?
Yes. The situation is difficult for the police. Many of us are sick, and since the summer strike, most men apply a work to rule on their patrols.
What about the situation in the East End? Why are there no police there to protect the civilians?
I know, it's a shame, but we just don't have enough men to cover the entire city.
Why are you investigating at night?
Criminals rarely act in daylight, you know. But since you are also a night worker, have you noticed anything strange, which requires police attention?
Вопросы здесь задаю и я. Нападение Фергала Банши, действия Джеффри Макмалума.
No, I've noticed nothing.
Ничего я тебе не скажу. Ты мне ничего не сказал, и я тебе ничего не скажу.
Do you need medical attention, Inspector?
I'm fine, thank you, Dr. Reed.
Так, жизнь в Лондоне есть, личные вопросы. Опа. Все-таки можем немного гипнотизировать.
I'm not even sure there is only one. The wounds are always the same, but the modus operandi varies. Sometimes violent and brutal, sometimes precise and swift.
How could different killers inflict the same wounds?
That's my main problem. If my theory is correct, maybe we're facing a group of individuals sharing the same violent tendencies. Perhaps a sadist cult.
Так, с этим есть.
What are you investigating exactly?
Well,
ну, ничего не
my
говоришь.
two missing persons cases have been solved by you, it seems. Are you just that lucky? Or do you know something I don't?
I was lucky enough to find them both while conducting my investigation in this part of town.
Why do I still have the feeling that you're hiding something? What about the abductor? Was it the same person?
I don't think so. You had better interview Miss Teasdale and Mr. Kimura on that matter. All I did was to lead them safely home.
Я за него тут работу делаю, а он меня еще в подозреваемые записывает. Вот жулик.
Do you know anything in particular about a man called Aloysius Dawson?
Who doesn't know the man? I think he intervened personally to put an end to the police strike of last August.
What else can you tell me about him?
Aloysius Dawson is exactly the kind of powerful and influential man who could commit murder and get away with it. With just one phone call.
Ну, это твой минус.
Goodbye, Detective Inspector Albright.
Goodbye, Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm sure we'll talk again soon.
Может, увидимся, а может, не увидимся. Так, там вон еще кто-то. Наверх, а отсюда мы как раз приходили. Ну да, поехали наверх. Вокруг здания оббежим. Тут даже двое. Близнецы.
Good evening, sir. I am Dr. Jonathan Reed. Do you need my help?
Yes, please. Would you be kind enough to tell me what the time is?
That's all you need to know.
Well, is it not important to know? As important as where you are? Or who you are?
I suppose you're right. And who are you then, sir?
I am Agamemnon Baker. Like my brother, I think we need to leave this city immediately. And my brother and I rarely agree on anything.
Ну идите отсюда, чё? В чем проблема?
Do you need my medical attention, sir?
I would appreciate some sunshine right now, but otherwise I'm fine. Thank you.
May I ask what you're doing outside at this hour of night?
I don't know. You should ask my brother instead. It was his idea in the first place.
You must have your own ideas.
From what I have managed to understand, I guess we're supposed to wait here. Waiting for someone to come.
May I ask why you've not gone already, if you're so exasperated by this long wait?
I believe fear is holding us back. My brother would have said it's laziness, but it's just because he's prouder than I am.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
It's the only place I've considered myself happy. Or at least that's what I believe. Unfortunately, it's time to leave.
Why is that?
Because I'm not feeling happy here anymore. Are you?
Я отказываюсь отвечать.
No, I'm not.
Good for you. It's a good thing to have a clear idea of where you stand concerning crucial questions. Don't you think?
What can you tell me about your brother?
He's older than me, I think. But the important thing is that I really hope I'll die before him. Grief would just kill me, you know?
Is that all?
Pericles is very attached to this city, and without my
Я думал,
insistence, he
это
would never
близнецы.
leave this place. We don't often agree on anything, you see.
Who are you waiting for exactly?
The more I think about it, the more I believe it's not exactly a person we are waiting for.
But what else could it be then?
I don't know. A feeling? An event? An impulse? How can I tell? Something that would allow us to leave this trap.
Ну, вообще, двери в этот район открывались изнутри этого самого района. Хотели бы, ушли.
I'm afraid I'm not following you. What kind of trap are you talking about?
Have you ever felt like life trapped you in a role that does not fit you? That you are not in your place? That sort of trap.
Trap? And you think leaving London will free you?
At least it will give us the chance to be free. That's more than our present situation. Hope, Doctor. Hope is what truly drives mankind.
Ну, удачи вам, чё.
What can you tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
You should ask that question to my brother instead. Personally, I've not seen Aloysius for many years.
Хорошо, тогда
Goodbye
поговорим
for
с
now,
братом.
Mr. Baker.
Hello again, Dr. Reed.
Да блин, уйди ты нафиг, я с
Goodbye
братом
for
хотел
now,
поговорить. Блин, как же тут неудобно, а?
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I be of
До
assistance?
этого сидел,
Dr. Reed?
только начали говорить, и он уже
Is there
стоит.
anything wrong?
No, it's just... Your name sounds familiar. And your face. Have we met before?
I think I would remember.
Да вроде жили в
So I
одном
suppose the answer
районе,
is no.
должны знать
That's
друг
odd.
друга.
I'm certain I've already heard of you. My name is Pericles Baker. Does that mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not, sir. But it's a pleasure to meet you anyway.
The pleasure is mine, I guess. I only wish I could remember when it was that we met.
Ну, наверное, где-то встречались.
Do you need my medical attention, sir?
No, I just need something that's not this.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Baker. What are you doing out here in the middle of the night?
We are waiting for someone.
And why are you waiting for this person?
Because we need to leave this city as soon as possible.
Why do you want to leave the city?
I'm not really sure.
Автобус, наверное, ждут. Или трамвай.
Can you tell me anything about this district?
As you like asking questions so much, would you allow me to ask you one first?
Please, be my guest.
Do you like this city?
Я не знаю. Нет, не знаю. Да. Я не знаю, нет, не знаю. Вот гениальные вообще варианты.
No, I don't. I don't recognize it anymore. Or perhaps I just don't like it anymore. Now that I've
Они
seen
хотят
its
отсюда
true
уехать,
face.
значит, будем
I
их
don't recognize
подыгрывать.
it either. Or at least what it's become. Hate, violence, social disparity.
Ну, а где
And
лучше?
I'm not talking about the criminality these days.
В лесу.
And what do you do, sir? For a living, that is.
I stopped working when I decided to leave. When I realized what I wanted. Wanted something this city can't provide.
But what were you doing before you took this decision?
Does it really matter anymore? Considering the past seems so pointless to me. I have lived in this city all my life. And now I think it's over.
Всю жизнь в этом городе прожил здесь. И наш герой тоже в этом городе всю жизнь прожил. Почему они друг друга не знают?
Tell me more about
Вроде
why
маленький
you
городок.
want to leave London, then.
I just don't belong here anymore.
Точнее,
I had to
маленький
convince
район.
my brother to leave London because I know we need to find another life out of the city.
Pericles, tell me why your brother disagrees with your presence here.
Agamemnon is naive
Перикл,
sometimes.
Агамемнон.
Although
Офигеть
don't
имена.
consider him a fool, sir. He is often
И
more
родители,
lucid.
наверное, египтяне с греками.
At least you both have the same difficulty explaining what you're doing, and for what reason.
But is that not a common problem for all mortals?
What can you tell me about your brother?
If you are searching for a pleasant chat, you should speak with him instead of wasting your time with me. He's always been the more gentle of us.
That's it? That's all you can tell me about him?
For the time being, true kindness is the most valuable quality, my good sir.
Так, что мы еще можем у него узнать?
Who are you waiting for? I'm sure he has a name.
I really can't answer that question, since I don't know that person.
And why is that?
This person is mostly my brother's acquaintance. I don't even know his real name. Only that this man could help us leave this city once and for all.
But why would you need this person's help to leave London anyway?
Well, I thought we should have left this cursed place already, but my brother convinced me to stay a while longer, and here we are.
Короче, они хотят отсюда уехать, а брательник сказал, надо подождать определенного человека, тупо потому, что боится отсюда уходить из этого района. А это хоть как-то время потянет, пока они тут сидят.
What can you tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
I've heard this is a man who has searched for his place in the world for a long time. I hope he found it.
Do you need my medical attention, sir?
No, I just need...
Так, это мы уже спрашивали.
Goodbye.
Давайте тогда еще с тем поговорим. Может, что-то новое появилось.
Hello again.
Hello again. Необходимы подсказки, необходимы подсказки.
What can you...
А, тут нет нифига.
Goodbye.
Ладно, идите нафиг тогда. Сидите, ждите. Надо искать какие-нибудь записки, что-нибудь в этом духе, наверное. Тогда с ними диалог и откроется. Наверх тут вроде бы как некуда. Ну вот давайте кружочек навернем. Посмотрим, что тут есть. Все до сих пор зеленый лут. Офигеть. Уже синий должен пачками валиться, ломиться. Так, это куда-то вниз. Там Там кто-то есть. Какие-то... Нажимные пластины. Неизвестно, какой-то индус. Новый коллекционный предмет доступно. Преступное уничтожение знаний.
Cards never lie, but they are never easy to read. Jonathan Reed. At last we meet.
Гадалка.
Cards warned me you would visit tonight.
I beg your pardon, sir. Do I know you?
Of course you do. Our mutual
Ага.
friend, Dr. Swansea, can't speak
Вот
highly
кто
enough of you.
нас слил.
My name is Usher. Usher Talltree,
You are the leader of the Brotherhood, are you not?
primate of the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole, to be precise. I'm really glad we met tonight. I love it when the cards tell me a truth.
The cards told you to expect me.
Yes, they can tell me everything. They told me that you have not taken another life since your poor sister died.
Так.
Do you require medical attention?
I'm fine, thank you, Jonathan.
Какие тут все здоровые.
What can
Хороший
you tell
район.
me about the neighborhood?
I really don't know. I don't often go outside. And when I do, it's usually to quite distant destinations.
So you see nothing in the stars for me? You're a poor fortune teller then.
Oh, I can tell you many things, but they will only concern you, not the city. For example, I know that you offered your sister the final rest she asked for.
Ну, это как раз Суонси ему и рассказал.
Do the cards speak of my Mary?
No. It's the burning aura of guilt that
Балабол.
precedes you everywhere you go.
Read my fortune then.
You have been chosen, Jonathan. I see on you the mark of a strong being, so powerful it needn't even reveal its strength.
Tell me about yourself. What do you do here, besides turning cards in the middle of the night?
I'm for most a charlatan. For a few, I'm a vampire. And for you, I'm the primate of St. Paul's Stole.
Some believe you to be a vampire. Who?
The guard of Priwen, who else? For a time, they sent spies to observe my activities, and they even broke into my home to gather proof.
Did they steal anything from you?
A personal notebook they quickly took to their headquarters. All they had to do is to look at me. I'm aging. What better and definite proof that I'm not an immortal?
Do you want your notebook back?
If you ever find
О,
it, I'd
новое
be glad to
расследование.
have it back, of course. I do ask one thing, though. Do not read it, Jonathan. Some secrets are not meant to be revealed, even to immortals.
Хорошо.
For how long have you been?
Вряд ли я,
employed?
конечно,
It was
удержусь.
15 years last year.
What do you make of Dr. Swansea?
Edgar is a brilliant and dedicated man. A man of his time, sometimes a little muddled, but always looking for new paths and new concepts.
Can you read the cards for me?
Are you sure you want to know what they will reveal?
Yes, I am.
It will cost you 150 shillings.
Ну иди-ка ты нафиг.
Perhaps later. May I ask you about the Brotherhood?
Of course. But I must warn you that there are some subjects we consider taboo, in spite of our fondness and acceptance of your kind.
I know there is no love lost between the Guard of Priwen and the Brotherhood. What caused this rift?
It was 1801. The Brotherhood was stronger then, a strength that made them hungry for ever greater power. An argument divided them, and the wound never healed.
What was the nature of the disagreement?
The problem was that both sides considered themselves the legitimate heirs of the original Brotherhood. We divide up the books, the relics, not always fairly or with consideration.
Who founded the Brotherhood?
That's precisely the kind of question I cannot answer. It is delicate and may reveal some of our secret traditions.
So you're not just a club of academics and scholars?
Once upon a time, very long ago, the Brotherhood did more than simply study the vampires. They took actions to eliminate the more ferocious and corrupted.
Значит, у них есть список всех самых могущественных вампиров, и среди них вполне себе может быть список того с рогами, который обратил нас.
How do you measure the amount of blood on my hands?
I told you. The cards always tell the truth. Well, most of the time.
Is it possible to tell me my future?
A vampire's fate is much more delicate to read, Doctor. But I can try.
Пускай говорит,
All right. Let me hear it.
если это
You're on a
бесплатно.
path to redemption, Jonathan. But be careful. One single trip and you'll fall.
That doesn't sound promising.
Take this, young Ekon, as a personal reward for your strong will. Keep following the right path and you'll reach safety.
Старая кровь. Это, по ходу дела, как раз последнее, что мы можем
I
исследовать.
would rather not know. How do you measure the
I told you.
Is it...
The vamp...
How did you learn about Mary? And spare me the hocus-pocus parlor tricks. The truth, now!
Swansea told me. Don't look at me like that. His
Ну, я
task
так и
is to
знал, что он
observe and
сказал.
gather information about vampires. He had to tell me about Mary.
Mary did not deserve her fate. She had already suffered enough during her life. And yet the pain and the suffering went on after her death.
Suffering is part of the immortal condition. Some prefer to lose their minds rather than face the simple truth. Pain will never stop.
Ладно, с ним все понятно.
Is there anything you could tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
Aloysius Dawson. Yes, of course. We met on several occasions. With time, he got deeper and deeper into the occult.
He's not the only one. It's been quite the fashion for several decades. The Golden Dawn, for instance, is just one example.
True. Aloysius was a member of the Golden Dawn until 1900. Then his thirst for dark knowledge grew. I'm talking forbidden texts, readings which blackened his heart.
Так, новая подсказка с Алоизом
Goodbye, sir.
Доусоном.
Until we meet again.
I rarely wander, yet it amuses me.
Да-да, ладно, побеседовать и побеседовать. С ним понятно все. Тут никуда не деться и... Какие-то плиты. Раз, два, три, четыре. 4 плиты, как я понимаю. Ну, я уже узнал примерно, как это все дело открывать. Надо... Где там у нас? Вот. Просматривать разные записки. И тут вот есть 3 точки. Это какая очередность? Квадратик надо нажимать 3-й раз. Блин, не то нажал. Все закрылось. Квадратик 3-й раз. Надо искать разные другие записки, в которых это отмечено. Так, а тут что-то было? 5-й раз какую-то фигню. Короче, надо все записки просматривать. И если у нас, вот у нас 2, надо, насколько я помню, 6. 3 подсказки. Нифига нету. Что-то 4 подсказки. Блин. 5 подсказок. Пять подсказок. 6-й только не хватает. Либо мы ее найдем, либо чисто перебором можно попробовать. Я просто пока не понимаю, как это все дело работает, потому что 6 подсказок. Но тут раз, два, три. Раз, два, три, 4. 4 нажимные пластины и 6 подсказок. Это вот странно. Плюс к тому рыбы там какие-то, там что-то такое. Тут я не вижу никаких обозначений. Может, по 4 пластинам надо 6 раз нажать? Как-то в этом духе. Давайте, кстати, задание какое-нибудь поставим дополнительное, чтобы знать. Из дополнительного у нас только вот это. И куда он нас посылает? Куда-то сюда. Найдите записную книжку, которую стражи Привана украли у Ашера Толтри. Ладно, сходим, найдем, принесем. Почему бы и нет? Тут на 2-й этаж нас не пускают. На 1-й тут тоже все закрыто. Что еще есть интересного? Считай, по кругу прогулялись. По ходу дела это как раз собор. Собор нас пока не пускают. Ну, короче, вот он дом Алоиза Доусона. Здесь получается. Давайте двигаться к нему. Кстати, тут еще можно с дочкой поговорить. Мы какие-то там подсказки находили.
Good evening.
My mother.
Опять что-то новое?
Why are you?
I am helping my mother.
Ну, это мы слышали. А, вот оно все стало.
What can you
Как
tell me?
надо.
I don't speak to.
Have you no friends at all?
No. Mr. Nithicut used to pass by and was always nice
Какие
to
у
me.
нее могут
Does
быть
he not
друзья
come
с
by?
такой-то матерью?
No. Mum said he was weird. Always reciting poetry about a girl he'd met in Whitechapel. I wonder who this camellia may be.
What can you tell me about the epidemic?
Some of our regular customers have left London. Some others only send their housemaids now. Everybody fears the contagion. I've even seen men with weapons.
Есть такое дело. Нет, ничего нового у нее нету.
Goodbye, Carol.
Спросить мы не можем. Ну, по крайней мере, вот это вот узнали. Про камелию немножко. Если бы это еще нам открыло бы какой-нибудь диалог с камелией, было бы прикольно. Мы туда вообще идем? Можно было через наше убежище пройти, как мне кажется. Ну да ладно. Добежим. Хорош тут чародеять. Он задолбал выносливость сжечь. Отходим. Блин, там сейчас еще кто-то сбоку прибежит. Вот далеко же находится. Какого фига он достает? Кусаем. Как попал? Сквозь стену. Отлично, а? Читер. Так, а где этот гад, который стрелял? Свалил назад? Я к нему даже подходить не хочу. Ну его нафиг. Ну, видимо, нам именно сюда, да? Особняк Доусона.
Dawson's mansion. Here I am at last. But the question remains. Am I ready to make a dying man my progeny?
Прикольно. До этого была 2 глава, сейчас вдруг бац, сразу и 5. Как быстро главы скачут. Это куда-то дальше надо... А где он вообще? Нам пока не показывают. Просто нам его наверху... А, нет, он здесь. Тогда еще и наверх поднимемся, там все подчистим. И только потом уже пойдем к нему. Может быть, кстати, какую-нибудь подсказку найдем, еще что-нибудь в этом духе. Мало ли. Так, прошу прощения, позвонили. Еды целая куча. Просто так стоит. Как будто у него тут какой-то прием. Но приема-то нету. Шкатулочка. Открыть нельзя. Ладно, пилим наверх. Что у нас тут интересного? Винт. Шкаф с книгами, из которого мы достали винт. Гениально. Наркота. Еще один рояль. Там внизу тоже рояль вроде бы стоял. Зачем ему столько? Газетная статья.
Reduced in rank for falsely accusing a man of murder. I wonder what Inspector Albright thinks about his punishment.
Ложное обвинение. А, точно, он же говорил, что такой крутой этот Алоиз Доусон, что по звонку может разрулить любую ситуацию. По ходу дела инспектор кого-то обвинил, а Доусон эту систему обломал. Ну и инспектора понизили в звании, помимо всякого прочего. Так, тут у нас сейф. Все берем, все мое. Еще какие-нибудь записки? Было бы интересно. Но по ходу дела все. Опять винт из шкафа. Дверки нормально открываются. Так, тут мы все смотрели, там мы все смотрели. Ну давайте двигаться к нему.
Finally you're here, Dr. Reed. What took you so long?
I had to pass several of your barricades and outposts to access your mansion, sir.
Death, pestilence surround us, and time is against me.
I see you've gathered some of the most expensive, albeit experimental, blood transfusion equipment available. All this could be so useful in a hospital.
Yes,
ну так
yes.
заплати.
Since Lord Redgrave sent
И
me a
пригодится.
doctor to perform my conversion, I thought you might find some of these devices useful.
Most thoughtful. But tonight I'm not here as a physician.
But I feel reassured that a specialist such as yourself would help me to escape the Reaper.
Very well. But before I proceed, I have a few questions for you.
If you must, but be quick, for I don't have much time left in this life.
First of all, I need to be sure that you know exactly what is going to happen to you, sir.
I can assure you I'm as informed as any man can be. I have planned for this moment, Dr. Reed. Planned very carefully.
Believe me, there is a huge difference between reading about vampires and waking up as one.
Варианты вообще непонятные. Что после каждого варианта наш персонаж скажет? Вообще вот...
Stop your whining. I don't have time for your pointless jibber-jabber.
What do you know about the Guard of Priwen?
What I do know is that I'll crush anyone or anything that would dare to oppose me.
You'll need to feed on warm blood. Blood from mortals. How do you feel about that?
Да ему
I'm rich,
плевать.
Dr. Reed, and powerful. I'm sure I'll be able to acquire all the blood I need without ever having to sully my own hands.
I will become your maker. Do you understand what that means?
Well, I certainly won't consider you my liege or some such drivel. You can be assured of that.
Let's move on then.
Please, I'm cold and tired. I feel my life waning with every moment.
But first, before you embrace immortality, what would you do with such a gift?
That's a rather impertinent question, Dr. Reed. And I will do as I please.
Answer me all the same.
То
What
же,
will
что
your
и раньше.
first
Блин,
action
вот
be
вопрос
as an
идиотский, а.
immortal?
To save London, I will finance the most efficient quarantine ever seen. I will build a wall that will separate the sick boroughs from the healthy ones.
Who gave you the right to decide the fate of
У
thousands
него
of
есть
people?
деньги, чтобы
My
решать.
money.
Ну
My
да.
money and my pending immortality gives me the needed authority, Doctor. I'm a businessman. I'm used to tough decisions.
You really plan to build a quarantine wall across London?
Yes, it will be tall and strong, separating the wheat from the chaff.
By doing so, you will also create two separate prisons.
Come, sir. An eminent doctor like yourself knows that such radical measures have proved efficient in the past.
Let me guess. You mean to isolate the rich from the poor?
This is a desperate measure for desperate times. England must prevail, Doctor, no matter the cost.
Ну, вообще он все правильно делает, но по логике игры мы не должны делать его вампиром, поэтому и не сделаем.
Quarantine is not a bad idea, medically speaking. But I'm convinced this epidemic will not be contained by mere walls.
As long as the right people are on the right side of the wall, that's all that matters.
But you can't guarantee infection will not spread. Just one contagious carrier would be enough to create an apocalypse.
The apocalypse is already knocking at the gate. We must be strong now.
What if a new outbreak happens inside your walls? You'll have created a giant trap.
That won't happen. As long as we dispose of anyone that is contaminated as soon as they are spotted.
Правильно говорит, так и надо.
I've heard enough. It's time to proceed.
At last. All right, do what you have to do. If it hurts, so be it. I've been preparing such a long time for this.
Обратить. Сделаю вас вампиром за 2000 опыта. Объять, и я просто вас убью. Загипнотизировать. Забудьте о страхе смерти. Ну, пойдем по легкому пути.
Listen to me, Aloysius Dawson. You will forget your fear of dying, for it has poisoned your mind and made you bitter and ruthless since the death of your twin brother.
You don't understand. Death is oblivion, the eternal void. I know there's nothing there. I saw it in Robert's empty eyes. I saw myself in that coffin.
Death is painful for those who remain, not for those who have passed. All that occult gibberish you filled your head with has made you forget this simple truth.
No! Death will not claim me. I have the power and the money. I've acquired the arcane knowledge needed. I believe there is magic, there are dark forces. You will provide me my extension.
Your ignorance makes you a fool. You have no idea. Look at me.
Зачем он
Hunted like a
оправдывается?
beast,
Ему надо
my family
загипнотизировать и
lost,
все.
cursed. I have not escaped death. I have become it.
No, there must be a way. I don't want to go like my brother did. I have money, lots of money.
Money won't ease your mind. I know you used to be a good and generous man. So I offer you the gift of peace, Aloysius. The tranquility of a true death.
I accept your offer. And I understand. No more fear, I will die a man of dignity. And a man at peace.
Ну, как-то вот так. Уровень гипноза повышен. Район пострадает в результате ваших действий. Сообщить лорду Рейдгреву. Вот это как раз самая главная проблема. Он не особо обрадуется такому раскладу. Мы должны были его обратить в вампира, а мы нифига не... Опа, а он прям здесь. Кто-то сейчас кого-то будет бокс.
Is it done, Dr. Reed? Is Aloysius Dawson reborn as expected?
I'm afraid Mr. Dawson finally chose to embrace life and death as a mortal.
What do you mean?
He has overcome his fear of dying. I let him rest and wait for death to come.
What? This is unacceptable. Go back there and make him the powerful Ekon he's destined to be.
No, Lord Redgrave. As a doctor and as an immortal, I can't. If you wish to make him your progeny, then proceed on your own.
This is an outrage beyond words. This is betrayal, pure and simple. I should kill you on the spot. You swore on William Marshall's blood.
Well, get rid of me then.
From now on, you're an outcast. Banished. You are forbidden to ever appear in front of us again. Ascalon will smite you on sight, and your heart will be thrown to the rats.
I'll leave you then. Have fun with your puppets and shadow plays, Lord Redgrave.
Yes, go, traitor, and take that awful creature, that counterfeit of a woman I saw waiting for you, and be gone!
Отмечай, погибнешь. Ну, выбор сделан. Что я могу сказать? Теперь 2 точки на карте показываются. Но тут вот леди Эшбери с нами хочет поговорить. А второй кто? Найти записную. Ну, записную книжку это понятно. А, одна точка это леди Эшбери, другая это записная книжка. Я понял. Поговорить со старой Бриджит.
We meet again at the strangest of times, young Ekon. So do you serve the Earl of Bristol now?
Old Bridget. What are you doing here?
Your friend, the wise Ekon. She sent me to warn you.
Did anyone see you? It's a long way from the dock sewers, and hunters are patrolling the streets here.
Who said I took the streets? How do you think I survived for centuries in this city without ever being seen? I know all her secrets.
How did you meet Lady Ashbury?
She came to us in the sewers in search of answers. Just as you did.
What kind of answers did you give her?
I knew nothing of your maker, but we talked. We talked a lot. Her words and ideas are captivating. It is no surprise that you like her. I like her too.
Lady Ashbury in the sewers? Now that's a sight I wish I'd seen.
She said she was your friend, and that she sought the identity of your maker. So I answered her questions.
Хорошо. Кстати, вот тот сказал, все из Аскалона теперь будут на нас нападать. А до этого мы на вампиров натыкались, которые говорили за Аскалон, и на нас накидывались. Он в канализации. 2 раза уже.
Lady Ashbury? You know her? Tell me what's going on.
The lady approached me but a few nights ago, wanting to meet the sewer skulls. Once she questioned Harriet Jones. She agreed to help us.
Harriet Jones is still with you then? How is she doing?
Harriet remains angry, but is recovering slowly. Her mind is twisted, but at least her body is healing.
Tell me what is going on.
The lady asked us to keep an eye on your mortal doctor friend while you were away. We spotted the hunters. They were discussing plans to attack tonight.
Wait, slow down. I need to ask you something.
I'm listening, but I do not have...
Так.
Where is Lady Ashbury right now?
She said she will go home. She needed to speak with some old friends first, though. Do not worry, young Ekon. She is no
Ну, вообще, по
fool,
карте показано,
and
чтобы мы
just
пришли
as
к ней
strong
домой.
as you.
Соответственно, она находится там, что вполне логично.
How did Elizabeth find you?
She presented herself humbly at our gate and asked if we knew of any ancestral vampires hiding in London. She asked about Ascalon. She asked about many things.
What do you think of her?
Her soul is good, yet tainted with a deep sadness and the scars of ancient wounds. Time does that to us immortals, for we have so much to dwell upon.
Why did she come to you?
I am old Bridget, the buried memory of the city. She sought the silent truths, truths I have kept hidden for so long.
Why do I feel like Lord Redgrave was particularly irritated to see you? Far more so than the average Skull, if I may say.
Because I used to know him quite well, and he is afraid I may remember who he really is.
You're Elizabeth's informant. You're the one who told her about Lord Redgrave's lies regarding his lineage.
Yes, but my words were not meant to hurt or threaten. I simply told the story of the sewer skulls, and of so many other forgotten
Это все
children.
его дети, походу.
No time to lose, then. I must go there right away.
I shall return to my den. Have you a message for the lady? Should I see her before you?
Ну, попрем по максимуму.
Yes. Tell her I love her.
Is this still unknown to her? Go now and take care, young Ekon, for the flames are rising.
Хорошо, бежим. Добраться до Пембрукской больницы, найти записную книжку. Так, до Пембрукской больницы, если по прямой и попилим, либо свернуть сюда, ящик Пандоры. Давайте попробуем до суда дойти, найти записную книжку. Почему бы и нет? Как раз по дороге. Возьмем ее. Раз уж все равно это примерно посередине. Пошел ты нафиг, ты мне не интересен. Вот вампиры и так на нас нападают как-то. Что мы в клубе, что мы не в клубе, без разницы. Уайтчепл. Так, куда-то туда. Говорить тут ни с кем не надо. У нас кто-то болел. Я помню, с головной болью или мигренью, что-то такое было. Ага, Лоретта Стонборо. Она, кстати, здесь вот на локации должна где-то находиться. Вот она. Давайте-ка ее по-быстрому подлечим.
Good evening.
По диалогам ничего.
You look ill, Miss Swanborough. I wonder if your concoction will do the trick.
I have
А
no
он
doubt it
шутник.
will. But I'm not against a second opinion, Dr. Reed.
Нам до этого говорили, то что, ну, мы разобрались, то что она продает тут такое, обычную воду, короче, грубо говоря, которая не помогает ни от чего.
Well, there you have it. Take this remedy, but be discreet. It may damage your business otherwise.
Thank you.
Goodbye, Miss.
Goodbye, goodbye. Так, нам куда-то сюда? Ни разу. В принципе, можно... А, нам, в принципе, сюда. Надо дойти вот до этой дороги. Так, тут сворачиваем. Там поезда все ходят.
It's locked, all right.
А что за беспредел? Мы вроде бы открывали эту... Что случилось? Как так? Мы тут были, мы тут ходили, мы все открывали. Почему вдруг закрыто? Тут у нас что? В принципе, если наверх тут заберемся, а мы можем. Ну, куда-то вот сюда. Может быть, для нас специально все двери полностью закрыли, чтобы мы шли в больницу Пембрумскую спасать. Ладно, давайте сначала спасем, кто там нападает. Табун какой-то. Табун вампиров, наверное. А, нет, это же эти, охотники. Уайтчепел-стрит. Ну и тут уже по прямой. Охотники за вампирами там нападают на больницу, в которой нет ни одного вампира. А все вампиры тусуются тут по улицам. Гениально. Ну, хоть кто-то с кем-то дерется. Что там у нас в руках? Надо дубинку. Правильно идем? Да, идем правильно. Так вот вроде бы ничего не делали, уже 4 косаря опыта. Лорд Хаммерсли. Кстати, именной. Давайте-ка именного, наверное, прибьем. Да попади ты! Косое. Офигеть. По шапке нам надавали. Один раз по нему. Все? Да. Часть хорошая. А, крошечная часть. Крошечная — это неинтересно. Надо обычно. Повозка. Давайте тогда с этой стороны зайдем. Я просто не знаю, с какой стороны лучше заходить. Мужик, на вас напали. Или тебе плевать?
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure to see you.
Реально он не в курсе.
Are you all right? I heard the hospital was attacked. Unfortunately, violence can be a necessary evil, sir. I volunteered, joined the army to serve the Empire, sir. But attacking a hospital... Shame. What do you mean? A hospital should be a safe place, sir. Like a temple.
Нафиг он нам эту воду льет? На них напали, он тут на улице тусуется, и ему на все плевать. Ладно, давайте тогда на этом пока прервемся, продолжим в следующей серии, как раз посмотрим, что тут с больницей, зачистим ее по полной программе. Взгляд нам особо ничего не показывает, но вроде доктора вон там внутри есть, и они целы. Подписывайтесь, ставьте лайки, до встречи, увидимся.